Hello and welcome to N-Focus, coming to you this week from the Eggshell Hotel on the Forest Layer. I could have sworn there were more walls here when I checked in yesterday. I think some sort of large ape busted through here and broke everything. Joining me, as always, is my co-host Rosalie. How are you doing today?
Hello, I'm good because I'm now on holiday. Nothing
Woo!
beats a jet to No, I'm not going to do that. That's a meme.
Hashtag not sponsored.
No, it's a meme over here right now. Yes, I am on. Well, I mean, I have weekends off anyway, but I took all of next week off because me and my friends have booked somebody's little castle near Loch Lomond, because there's lots of castles in this country, and we've booked it for a few days, and we're gonna chill and play like nerdy tabletop games and draw and play with water pistols and just enjoy not having to work, and I'm very excited. How are you?
I'm good. It's been a pretty busy couple of weeks, but I'm handling it. It's also been like not frustratingly warm here recently. We've had a decent amount of rain, which is good. Like, obviously, I'm not a big fan of walking through the rain or wearing raincoats, but it beats like 38 degrees and dry and clear skies like we had a couple of years ago. So
yeah, it was the hottest a few weeks ago. It was 30 degrees here, and that's not okay in Scotland.
no, that should be illegal.
It should be. I was not built for it. I think I actually might buy air conditioning just for it getting worse next year because global warming is a thing.
Here's the thing that, like, I know a lot of ink has been spilled about this already, but I feel like I should reiterate it to any Americans we have listening. And if I'm paying any attention to our metrics, that's a decent chunk of you.
Oh.
Our houses in Europe,
yes,
are generally built to keep the heat in because we are used to it being cold.
Yes.
And so air conditioning is not very normal here because we didn't need it for most of the existence of the continent.
Yep.
I will say, I am a fan of air conditioning. I do like it. Mostly, it's a bit dry. Like, the air that comes out of air conditioning is very dry, and they're kind of annoying to maintain. But, you know, they're a good technology to have, especially as it keeps getting warmer.
Yeah, it's not...
Starting off the episode on a very fun and positive note.
Yeah. I don't think we really need it, but because we have a big black cat, and so I get really like scared because he's like massive and floofy, and I'm like, oh, he must be on fire. We have like a little pet. It's like a equivalent of like a gel pack for headaches, but it's like a cat bed. And he does like that, and we shave him every summer. Which, by the way, is the vet suggested we did this. It's not abuse. And that helps. But, like, oh my God, you just see him on the floor and he's just like, So it would be handy for that. I'm just not looking forward to the inevitable cost that comes with that.
Yeah.
I did get like a really funny thing though. It was like a £1 USB-C fan.
Yeah.
And it fits into the port on top of the Switch too.
Oh really?
Yeah. So you can get them on like everywhere right now, like Amazon and stuff. So it's just like a fan in my face as I was playing Donkey Kong, and I was like, yeah, this is the life. Best £1 I ever spent.
That's pretty sweet, not gonna lie.
Yeah, highly recommend.
But before we get into the news section of our episode, I want to remind everybody that we have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/gamepodular. If you want to send us some money to buy air conditioning, you don't have to, but we would appreciate it. I know, I say this every time. Times are tough, and boy, do they keep getting tougher, even very recently. But if you feel inclined to send us a couple dollars, we would be very appreciative.
Yes, please.
Also, check out our 2 YouTube channels and also our Twitch channel. youtube.com/@GamePodular. Push the like button, push the subscribe button, leave us a comment under the YouTube version of this video that says, what is your favorite outfit piece in Donkey Kong Bonanza? We'd love to hear from you. There's some wacky ones in there.
Oh, yeah.
We also have youtube.com/GamePodular Streams Highlights, or @GamePodular Streams Highlights. I love having to include the @ symbol in there. It's not annoying at all. That's where we're posting the stream VODs from our Twitch streams, twitch.tv/GamePodular. God, this just keeps getting longer every time. And we've recently started occasionally doing like little 10-minute like stream highlight videos based on some of the streams. I've been editing those. It's been a lot of fun. I've had a great time doing them, and I hope to do more.
Yeah.
So please check them out. All right, now I think I've done all of the shilling, so it's time to get into the news.
Dun, dun.
All right, our first news story is an update from not last episode, from 2 episodes ago. Hey, remember that the GameStop, I almost said GamePodular, good God. The GameStop stapler incident.
Yes.
Well, GameStop is fully leaning into it by auctioning off the very staple, the now extracted staple, the box that is still damaged, and the Switch 2 that was damaged, or the first Switch 2, rather, that was damaged but refurbished. They have put a new screen on it. That got them a lot of media attention. They're auctioning it off for charity. The proceeds are going to the Children's Miracle Network Hospitals, which is a nonprofit that raises money for children's hospitals around the U.S. and Canada. Oh. At the time that I was writing these notes, the auction was up to $108,895.
Whoa.
I appreciate that they're leaning into the joke, and that they're using the media attention for something positive.
Yeah.
Ooh, it also comes with a certificate of authenticity. I pulled some choice quotes from it because I loved the way it was written. Quote number 1, features authentic field use wear throughout and retired immediately from service. The stapler now stands as a retail legend born from a half-second decision.
Oh, dear.
Second one, this one about the staple. This 3/4-inch steel wire fastener is now a tiny twisted piece of GameStop lore. And number 3, while the incident itself was unfortunate, we hope its legacy serves a greater purpose.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. And that's I think the best way to do it.
Yeah.
You know, we said when we covered the story at the time that like even like another GameStop somewhere else in the city was like offering to give people that had pre-orders that were damaged a system from a different store to, quote, make them whole. And it is just nice that like there are so many stories out there of retailers and stores and big companies just screwing people over.
Yep.
And it is nice to see that GameStop is being shockingly cool about this whole thing.
Yeah. And also, like, because I remember when it dropped, some people were like, don't bring it up or don't talk about it because you're making retail staff look bad. Which, I don't know if I agreed with that, even though I did retail for many, 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 many years. But without that, it wouldn't have had the staying power and popularity to then, you know, turn into a thing that raises money for charity. So you never...
Exactly.
That's, you know, you never know when it's going to end up. And I'm glad it ended up with a nice positive spin to it.
Also, a fun fact that I looked up that I learned when I was looking at this nonprofit, Extra Life is a subsidiary of Children's Miracle Network Hospitals.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. That's it. That's the whole fact. Our next story. Oh, wow. I really did the order on my notes very inconveniently. Good job, Hilka. Because this one was a very recent addition. In fact, earlier today, at time of recording,
Yep.
Metroid Prime 4 Beyond has been given a rating of 12 plus for mild violence by the South Korean Ratings Board. Similarly, Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, also a 12 plus rating for violence in Brazil. Now, why are we pointing this out? Games get rated all the time. Well, typically, when upcoming games get a rating, that is an indication that a release date is going to happen soon. Be made public. There have been some rumors that there's a Nintendo Direct happening very soon. In fact, I have seen, I think, at least one person speculate, I think it was you, actually speculating that, like, by the time this episode comes out, we'll probably have a Direct release date.
Well, it's happened before.
Yeah. I mean, the worst times were when they did a release date, that when they broadcasted Direct on the day we were supposed to record.
Yeah. That's why? Why?
Because they hate telling people about the release dates more than 24 hours in advance for some ungodly reason.
Oh, you know they're going to drop it on the Today app. Not like normal social media.
Yeah, that thing that I have definitely used more than 5 times lifetime.
Yep.
Like I installed it when it came out to try it for the podcast, and then I just, like, even though it's literally like on my home screen, on the first screen, I just forget to check it every day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't think. I mean, I guess I have like I can just check my work Slack because inevitably someone will be talking about what's on it. But yeah, I think I've used it twice, and that's about it. Oh well.
Yeah. But yeah, obviously, like, so far a lot of this has been unconfirmed, but there are signs, there are rumors, there are rumblings, so don't be surprised if we hear about the release dates of both of these games pretty soon. I do want to mention as well, I think we talked about it 2-ish episodes ago, that, like, we're, like, in July, and we still don't actually have a release date for Metroid Prime 4 beyond 2025, right?
Sorry, I'm sneezing. No, we don't. Which is weird. I can bet it's not going to come out in October because that's Pokemon's
that's Pokemon.
Yeah, time. So it could be like their Halloweeny Christmas release, maybe. But I would have thought we would have known about it by now. But
yeah,
I wonder,
especially considering it is such a hotly anticipated title that's only been like. It was announced like 8 years ago or something.
I mean, part of me hopes. What are the ones we don't have remasters of? Is 2 and 3?
2 and 3, yeah.
Yeah, like they shadow drop like that into a collection, and that's why it's taking a while. That'd be nice.
Or at least just on NSO.
Yes.
Like,
oh yeah. God,
they have GameCube games on there now. So
I keep forgetting that. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Oh, they must. Yeah, they must do. Well, because I never properly. I've played Prime Hunters on the DS. I loved that one, but I still haven't played through the first one. But part of me is like, ugh, I don't have 2 and 3, so I kind of don't want to. So, though I hope they do that. But yeah, I don't know why. Is that the only 2 games we know are coming out? Like incoming, like Metroid for Pokemon's definitely October.
Yeah.
And the new Hyrule Warriors.
Is right? As far as first asterisk for Pokemon Party goes, I think so. I know there's been a bunch that have like nothing more specific than 2025. Like just off the top of my head, the new Professor Layton game, The New World of Steam, also is 2025, and that's all we know so far.
Oh. I forgot that's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was trying to think.
They haven't talked about it in a while.
I know.
So.
I'm trying to think, like, because I remember there being a game I was really excited for, and I'm like, oh, it must have been Professor Layton.
Kirby Air Riders.
Oh yeah,
is happening.
Yeah,
that was announced during the direct.
So it was. Is.
But yeah, I'm like going through a mental Rolodex of other big Nintendo franchises, and like, okay, we have a Zelda game because that's Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah.
Nothing really for Star Fox. I hesitate to call Kid Icarus a big Nintendo franchise.
Huh.
I mean, are we counting Donkey Kong Bonanza as a Mario game? Technically not, really.
No.
I guess we had Mario Kart, but that's like its own franchise now.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't have like a big Mario platformer yet.
No.
But I mean, like we got Mario Wonder last year, you know?
I know, that's true.
I wouldn't expect it for a while.
No, I can wait. And maybe somebody in Blue Sky that I know said, like, what about like another Odyssey game? I know we just had Donkey Kong, but it's Super Luigi Odyssey, and I'm like,
oh
yeah, I want that. Give me that, please.
But I think like Nintendo, especially Nintendo first party stuff, they're taking it slow right now, which is great for people like us who have to cover the games.
Yes.
Because it means we're only overworked for other reasons.
And more time to like save up for things.
Yeah.
Because they're not cheap.
No. For more of our thoughts on the recently released Donkey Kong Bonanza, wait until later in the episode.
Yeah.
But on to our next news story. Ooh. Oh, this one was a bummer. Nintendo announced that they're discontinuing the Game Voucher program on January 30th, 2026.
Boo.
We sort of already saw this coming, or at least I did. Because they mentioned that the Game Voucher program would not be including Switch 2 games.
Yeah.
So I think the writing was on the wall by that point. Similarly to the gold coins, which they also discontinued, any vouchers you buy before the end of the program will still be valid for a year after purchase. And they have stated that they'll even still be adding games to the program after the vouchers stop being sold, which is very cool, just to give everyone a decent opportunity to spend any vouchers that they still have.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That's an unusual pro-consumer move, Nintendo. Well done.
Yeah. We don't get to say that very often.
No. Did you ever use the Game Voucher thing?
No. See, the problem is, like, it's a good deal.
Yeah.
But it is still a big number to spend, you know?
Yeah. I feel like I just can't. I can't spend that much on a digital game. It just feels wrong. So I never used it. Because normally you could still get the same. Well, you couldn't get 3 games, but you could still get the games cheaper physically. So I was like, no.
Yeah.
I'm glad it exists though for people that prefer digital and what have you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is a bummer.
I don't really like covering things like this because Nintendo has made a number of anti-consumer moves recently, and it's always just like a bummer to talk about because that just sucks, you know, as someone who is pro-consumer and anti-big business. I know I'm on a podcast covering a very big business. The irony is not lost on me. I hate seeing it. It sucks.
Yeah.
I will admit, like, adding more games to the program after the vouchers stop being sold as to give people an opportunity to use them is, like, it's nice, I guess, but it would have been better to just not discontinue the program, you know?
Yeah. Also, like, I will say they're not the only, like, big game company that are, like, getting rid of things like this, because Sony also got rid of or are getting rid of the PlayStation Stars thing, which I don't think many people know about and or use to begin with, which is probably why. But every time you, like, sometimes if you bought things or if you got certain, like, conditions, you would get points and you could exchange those points for, like, actual, like, gift cards to your account.
Oh, it's like a loyalty program. Xbox has one of those as well.
Yeah. So it was actually pretty good, and I got a ton of £5 like money in my account. And what's cool is that you could actually use that for PlayStation Plus. So I have that monthly, and then if I had that credit through my account, it would come out, and then getting PlayStation Plus would have given me points. So it was nice. And they're getting rid of it. So I was like, oh. And you could exchange it for actual games as well. And I'm very annoyed because I thought it was such a nice, cool little thing. So, yeah, I think, as we are continuing to live in this big rubbish world, that's just what's happening right now. Things are getting more rubbish.
Yeah, they're tightening the purse strings to appease the shareholders because the line must go up.
Yeah, and I wouldn't mind if, all our pay went up with inflation so I could afford to just buy things normally without having to rely on loyalty programs and game voucher things, but that's not how the world works. So
even though it definitely should.
Definitely should. So, yeah.
Call us idealistic, but we believe people should be paid fairly.
Yeah. So it's a bit rubbish.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't use the voucher thing.
No.
So I can't really go on about it too much, but still.
More sad news. James Carter Cathcart, the original voice of Gary Oak and later of James and Meowth, as recently as 2023, has passed away. This comes less than a year after the passing of Rachel Lillis in August of last year. That's just very sad. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Other things you may have known him for include Weevil Underwood in Yu-Gi-Oh!, Vector the Crocodile in Sonic X, and Shadow the Hedgehog, and Todd Snap from Pokemon Snap.
Iconic role.
Yeah.
I love the original Pokemon Snap.
He also reportedly worked on like the scripts of the English adaptation of the Pokemon series, which was very cool. Yeah, Wikipedia also describes him like not just as a voice actor. I forget what the exact term was, but I also saw people on Blue Sky talking about it.
Cool.
Yeah, good for him. And it's always very sad. So soon after Rachel Lillis, too.
I know. Oh, that one still hurts. There's so many.
Yeah.
Lots of English dub voice actors have passed away in the last few years, and very kind of like not at an age which would make sense, and it's very sad and horrible.
Yeah.
And I can't. I know, it just makes me sad. This is why, like, if you... This is not what the bottom line is about. The bottom line is about the family and loved ones have lost someone they love. But if there's voice actors that you want the opportunity to meet and they happen to come to your country, like, just go for it, because you don't know when it might not be able to anymore. And again, that's not the most important thing here. But sometimes I feel there's some people that I wish I could have talked to or meet, and I feel a bit like, oh, like I should have done this or should have gone to this thing. And I wish I just had the confidence to just go and meet this person and tell them how much I liked them when I still could.
Yeah.
So go do that. And also, like, if you're on social media, just be nice to your voice actors and tell them how cool you think they are, because they'll appreciate that while they are around.
Yeah. Don't be parasocial about it.
No,
please.
yes.
But I mean, any artist appreciates hearing that people like their work, you know?
Yeah. It's like I hate. I think I've talked about this before, but more so when I was trying to be a voice actor. I don't really audition for stuff now because I have no time. But I used to see people who wanted to be voice actors, like quite young, maybe like early 20s, and they would just like insult English dub actors. Most notably, they would insult like James Arnold Taylor for his work on Final Fantasy X, because you know the whole like laughing scene is like a meme.
Yeah, with Titus, yeah.
Even though
and Yuna,
in context, it's actually very depressing, and it's meant to sound a bit ridiculous. It's kind of the point, and it annoys me.
Trying to force themselves to be happy, right? And it just doesn't work.
It annoys me to no end because people that haven't played it go like, "Oh, he's a terrible actor," and like openly will say that on social media, and it's people who want to be voice actors, and I'm like, hey, that's not how you find a job, because you'll be written down on a list somewhere of, you know, being too rude, or, you know, people won't want to associate with you. So just be nice, be kind. You can criticize voice acting you don't like there's so much anime from like you know, 80s and the early 90s that sound horrendous, but sometimes that can be from direction, not actually anything to do with the talent themselves. But just, you know, be kind to one another, especially in voice acting, because sometimes I think there's not enough kindness in that industry as there should be.
There's just not enough kindness in general, honestly.
That too. Oh God, we're so depressing today.
Yeah. We'll have fun things to talk about in a second, don't worry. But yeah, it's... I love existing online. I hope to enjoy it one day.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some fun news now. We learned who Princess Peach's new voice actor was recently. Courtney Lynn is her name. She's the new voice of Peach and also Baby Peach. She was allowed to talk about it publicly after Mario Kart World came out. As a reminder, Nintendo did make a very strange decision to just list like a list of voice actor names in the voice roles and not who they voiced.
Yeah.
So we had to find that out some other way, and this is how we're finding this one out. Other roles you may recognize her from are Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt, the new season. She plays Panty. And Tatiana in Unicorn Overlord.
Both an amazing anime and an amazing game. Fancy that.
It's almost like I picked these examples for a reason.
Is she the original Panty? No. Yes.
No, she's not. Just in season 2.
They got new ones. That's kind of annoying. But I've not watched the new season yet. I'm like saving it because the original is one of my favorites. Yeah, I'm glad that at least they can now announce it, because I hate that weird thing where, you know, you're not allowed to say that you worked on a game for so long.
Yeah, very strange.
Yeah. I think some other people, like Toad as well, but I can't remember who it was, announced that they were Toad, which is like, can you imagine if you were the voice of Toad? That must be really weird.
Yeah, you need to do some serious vocal warm-ups, because that's gotta be hard on your vocal cords if you're not ready for it.
Oh, so good.
And, of course, our last news story of the episode is coverage of the newest Pokemon Presents, which happened earlier this week. This, unlike most Nintendo Directs, was announced well in advance, which was great. I love that. Please do that more often. We're not going to cover everything because, to be completely honest with you, folks listening at home, my eyes like super glazed over at the part we're talking about all the mobile games. Like, I have some fond memories. I have enough fond memories of Pokemon Go to want to cover that one, but I could not bring myself to care about Pokemon Cafe Remix and Pokemon Sleep. Sorry. So we won't be covering that. We'll just doing like the bigger ones, I suppose. So the first one, For you competitive gamers out there, Pokemon World Championships being hosted in Anaheim, California this year from August 15th to the 17th.
Ooh.
Competitors get a promo card called Paradise Resort, which is a stadium card that reduces the retreat cost of all Psyduck in play, both yours and your opponents.
That's amazing.
And anyone who attends will get a Toad School code for Scarlet and Violet.
Oh.
Am I misremembering? Can't you just catch Toad School in Scarlet and Violet?
I can't remember. Sometimes, like, the ones, like, the promo ones will be slightly different. Like,
Yeah, it might be a special Toad School.
or shiny or something.
It wasn't shiny.
Oh.
That's for sure. Next, an announcement of Pokemon Concierge Season 2, hitting Netflix September 4th. This is the stop-motion animated Pokemon show that a lot of people like.
Yeah. I forget that you don't like stop motion.
Yeah, and it's going to make talking about the next one really fun as well, which is Aardman creating a Pokemon series called Pokemon Tales, The Misadventures of Sirfetch'd and Pichu. That's coming in 2027, and they showed a little trailer, not even a trailer, just a little teaser of a Wooloo chewing grass and shenanigans happening in the background behind a wall.
I'm so hype. I hope Gromit has a cameo. Otherwise, it'll be good. He's got it. Well, because it's set in what's the UK Pokemon called again? Like
Sword and Shield.
Yeah. G something?
Galar.
That's it. Because it's set in that, I'm like, there has to be some Easter eggs, like some Wallace and Gromit Easter eggs, and I'm hype. I'm excited.
It's weird that they're announcing it so far in advance. Like, it's coming out in 2027.
Yeah.
Which is not a real year.
No, it doesn't.
Right? Like,
God.
Like 2025, I have accepted that we're in 2025 now. He said in July of 2025. But 2027 is a science fiction year.
I'll be close to my 40s then. So yeah, let's not talk about 2027.
Opening before 2027 is Pokepark Kanto, which is an outdoor Pokemon attraction that's opening as part of, let's take our best shot at this one, Yomiuri Land in the greater Tokyo area in early 2026.
Ooh.
It's like, it's part of an amusement park, and it's got like the art and stuff they showed, the concepts for it was just a place where you can walk around and see Pokemon in the wild, in air quotes, of course. Completely honestly, like, I mean, I guess it makes sense that this is part of a theme park, not its own thing. Yeah. Because if it was its own thing, it would be kind of boring, I fear.
There was a Pokemon theme park in Japan before in like the early 2000s called like the Poke Park, but it was like here's a Ferris wheel, but it's got the Gen 2 starters on it, and here's little arcade machines. It was kind of like they just kind of got a section of an existing park and put stuff in it that was Pokemon themed. Which I guess this
is like a park and a shopping street.
Yeah.
Like, there's not actually like any rides or something.
I'm surprised that like there isn't just a Pokemon theme park on its own.
I mean, like, they've got Nintendo Land now in Universal Studios. They could do like a Pokemon section of that, you know?
Yeah. They could, but they're probably trying to get out all the things that they can add to the movie verse first, I think. Because that's why Donkey Kong was the Donkey Kong area now exists. But yeah, that'd be cool. Because you can like.
What we really need is another Detective Pikachu movie, so we can add more to the Universal Studios park.
Yeah. Yeah.
I actually really dug Detective
No,
Pikachu.
so
I was a
did I.
big fan of that movie.
Was there not meant to be a second one? I thought it would. I thought it did get greenlit. I guess.
So many movies get greenlit these days. It's possible. Like, it is entirely possible that it happened and I just completely forgot.
Yeah. Well, I guess
I'm one of the 7 people who are still keeping their eye on Boondock Saints 3. Like,
I guess yeah. Well, I guess Ryan Reynolds might be busy doing Deadpool. Another one, who knows? Tend to do Pokemon, but no, I'd quite like another one.
Maybe he's doing Free Guy too.
Oh, hey, I quite like Free Guy.
I don't know. I've never watched it.
It was.
I'm sure.
Right.
I've heard it was fine.
Yeah.
Or no, not Free Guy. Not what that stupid. The imaginary friend, like the purple. No, the crayon, the purple crayon. Was that Ryan Reynolds?
No, that was Zachary Levi, the Rapunzel guy, Chuck guy.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
What Ryan? I bet there's someone listening to this podcast right now, just screaming the answer at me.
Yeah.
And
what?
to you, I can't hear you, but I apologize. IF. That's the one I was thinking of. See, it was purple. It just wasn't the crayon.
Oh, IF.
Like imaginary friend. IF.
Oh, right. Now I understand why
I
you
heard that one was kind of a stinker.
Yeah. I remember hearing of that.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge was in this movie?
She's in every movie.
Steve Carell? Bobby Moynihan? Sorry, I'm getting distracted.
Hey, they got mortgages to pay off.
Yeah. All right, where were we? Right, the next one. Pokemon Go. There's a new event called Max Finale on August 23rd and 24th. It will feature Dynamax Pokemon and Eternatus. You can use promo code GOFESTMAX to get a chance to catch a Gigantamax Galar starter, fully evolved. I'm going to be honest, I haven't played Pokemon Go in years, and the recent sale to functionally the Saudi Arabian government does not really put me into much of a mood of picking it up again anytime soon.
No.
But I figured there's probably a lot of people out there, so we'd cover this one.
Yeah.
They also just straight up released a new game called Pokemon Friends. It's a Pokemon-themed puzzle game where, doing the puzzles, you unlock plushies and decorate an in-game room. It came out right after the presentation. It looks very basic, to be honest. I don't see myself playing this one very often. It's free, I guess. You can play it on your phone or your Switch.
Yeah.
And the way that the marketing, that the trailer went, like, it's one of those things that has, like, you get a new puzzle every day, I think.
Okay.
You get your daily moment of, what was it they said? Your daily moment of inspiration or your daily moment of aha. Could I have watched that part of the presentation again to make sure? Yes. Did I want to? Not really. Our next one is updates for Scarlet and Violet. They talked about the Switch 2 performance update, which I have been playing. It's very good. There are raids for Shiny Treasures of Ruin happening between July 23rd, which is already happened, and September 14th. Each raid will go for 2 weeks for one Treasure of Ruin. You can also get a new tracksuit outfit with the codes S tracksuit for Scarlet and V tracksuit for Violet. I got the tracksuit in Violet. It looks fine.
Just fine.
Yep. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Like the outfit choices and the character customization in Scarlet and Violet was not
No.
that exciting.
No.
The problem was you were always stuck with the base of the school uniform. And there were, like, the seasonal variations of the school uniform. But in Sword and Shield, your outfits were so much, your style was so much more customizable because you weren't tied to the school uniform, you know?
Yeah. Even the outfits in Unite are quite good. You can get I have like a full kilt. Like,
Nice.
and it's like, yeah, it's Scottish Pokemon. And I mean, it's not free because it's a gacha type MOBA experience. But yeah, it's a bit of a bummer. The mainline games, you would think every mainline game should just have good customization now from here on out.
Yeah.
But oh well.
I was so into the customization in X and Y, which is, I think, the first one where they really did it in a mainline game.
Yeah.
That, like, when Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire came out, I was like, I bought Alpha Sapphire and I played it for a bit, and I was like, man, I want character customization.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, I mean, they didn't have it in Ruby Sapphire, obviously, so they wouldn't put it in the remake. But I like it. Then they talked about Pokemon Champions, which, as a reminder, is a game that they have announced previously. It is it's just the battles.
Yep.
You can recruit Pokemon within Pokemon Champions, which I assume works similarly to the rentals in Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I hope that they are better than the rentals in Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2, because those Pokemon were awful.
Yep.
Just the worst. I suppose to, like, encourage you to import your own Pokemon from your, like, Game Boy Advance? Color games.
Yeah.
But if you were like me and didn't own any, sucks to be you, I suppose. I guess you're only playing the mini games.
Oh, but they're so good though.
Yeah, that is most of what I did with Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2. I was just play the mini games with my brother.
Yep.
I have a very good win rate in, like, the Hitmon top spinning mini game.
Oh, and 2.
Yeah. I was also really good at the log slicer, whatever it was called, with, like, pincer and scyther.
I used to say, like, I had like a, what do you call it? Like a sense for it. And I would make everyone go quiet and go, everyone shush, shush, shush. And I could could do perfect runs of it. And now I've tried as an adult and no, don't have it anymore.
I used to, I don't know if I still do because I haven't played this games in forever, but I used to be just unbelievably good at the slot machines in Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green.
Oh.
Like, I would get 777s like 80% of the time. Because I had just, like, mastered the timing on the game corner. And what my brother and I used to do is, like, I would get one game and he would get the other. So we could trade, like, version exclusives and stuff. Mm-hmm. And we got to a point in Fire Red and Leaf Green, I had Fire Red, he had Leaf Green, where he was like, I really need this Porygon to complete my Pokedex, but I am terrible at the slot machines. And he just gave it to me, and I had enough coins for him within, like, an hour. Like, not to toot my own horn, but I'm really good at the slot machines in Pokemon Fire Red.
Put that on your CV.
Yeah. That would be, like, a funny, like, social media bio.
Oh, do it.
Like, my favorite social media bio I've ever seen is Cola Wars centrist, which is very funny, even if I disagree with it, because I prefer Coca-Cola. But anyway, where were we? Right, yes, Pokemon Champions. Other features include ranked battles, just against random people on the internet who are climbing the ladder. Private battles with greater immersion, in quotes, and I don't know what they mean by that, but I doubt it really means anything, to be honest.
Yeah.
You got singles battles and double battles. No trios battles, the cowards, or like, I suppose you can't really do horde battles competitively.
No.
You got fully customizable stats and movesets for the Pokemon in the game. Like they're just on sliders, so you can customize exactly the stats you want your Pokemon to have. That's like a thing that is very important in competitive Pokemon, is getting a Pokemon with good IVs, individual values, and then you train it with EVs, effort values. And then there's also a third thing, I think. And you have to get a good nature, which contributes to stat growth. And I looked this up a very long time ago.
I know. See, when I was like a kid and I discovered that part of Pokemon, like my eyes couldn't have glazed over more if they wanted to. Just, I don't understand how, each to their own, I don't understand how that, like, going through all that is fun. Or like
the only part I ever engage with is natures.
Oh.
Like if I've got a Pokemon, because they make it very easy in the mainline games, right?
Yeah, it's like
when you catch a Pokemon, you immediately see on their like stat screen which stat will grow faster and which stat will grow slower.
Yeah.
And if I'm getting like a Torchic with a nature that makes its physical attack go slower, I'm gonna get a different Torchic. Like,
okay. God, I feel so basic because I just be like, I like this Pokemon. I will add them to my team and level them up.
That's the thing about Pokemon, right? Is it is built for so many different play styles. Like, you can do the absolute like vibes based, just ooh, I like the look of this one. This one's in my party for the rest of the game.
Yeah,
kind of thing. Because you could just grind.
Like children
or
do.
You, yeah.
I'm a child.
Or you can get like really deep into it and focus more on the competitive side and min-maxing, which is a valid way to play.
Yeah.
It's cool. And I like that the game has made it easier, not only the mainline games, but also Pokemon Champions have made it easier to engage with that side of the game.
Yeah.
Because it is like a part of the experience, right? There are competitive Pokemon battles at the World Championships.
Yeah. I mean, before this got announced originally, we always talked about how it felt like there should, the mainline games, and there should be like a game that is just for competitive play. So
yeah.
It feels like it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, and it's good that they're finally doing something with it.
Yeah.
And you will be able to play it sometime in 2026.
Ah.
And then the last part of the presents was focused on Pokemon Legends ZA.
Yeah.
I've got a whole list of bullet points. I'm going to run through them quickly, but the thing I want to say right at the top is the first time we saw this game, it looked like it ran on the exact same tech as Scarlet and Violet.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is still the case, but the character models looked a lot better in this trailer.
Yeah.
Like there's just a smoother style to them that is a lot more appealing. And we got to see the insides of buildings.
Yeah.
That's refreshing.
I've pre-ordered the Switch 2 version, which, because we both have Switch 2s, that's kind of should be obvious. So I am hoping it maybe looks and runs better once it's actually out. But the pre-order bonus of the little toy did sway me.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm hoping it looks better in person. But yeah, there was enough now that I was like, yeah, okay, I'll just get it.
Yeah. Some key features that they talked about. The premise is you join Team MZ to protect the city of Lumiose, presumably from the Rust Syndicate and their leader Corbeau, who I predict will have a lot of fan art made out of him.
Yes.
Specifically, you will encounter the Rust Syndicate when you advance in the ZA Royale, which is the thing that happens at night. You battle trainers, you rise in the ranks, it's rank battling, like what in Pokemon Champions, except it has a plot. But during the day, you just go around the city and catch wild Pokemon, train, yada, yada, yada. Another interesting narrative thing is Pokemon have started mega evolving just on their own, which is a thing that shouldn't be possible because you generally need a trainer with a Mega Stone for that. These are called Rogue Mega Evolutions, and a new Mega Evolution for this game is Mega Dragonite.
It's so cool.
When I first saw it, I wasn't a fan.
Oh.
But when it was pointed out that they incorporated a lot of elements from Dragonair into Mega Dragonite, I was like, oh yeah, this slaps actually. Like, I see the vision now. I can't remember who it was, and I wish I could give them credit for it. I forgot to save it. But I saw someone on Blue Sky talking about how all of the Mega Evolutions are themed around the letter X and the letter Y.
Yes, I saw that too.
Because that's what the games were, yeah.
Yeah, it blew my mind a little bit.
Yeah. And, like, when you think about it, yeah, like, Mega Absol, it's got the two wing things that makes it look like a Y.
Yep.
Mega Metagross is just a big X because of the way its legs are.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool. Similarly to X and Y, if you have a Furfrou, you can cut it into different. You can have its fur cut into different like designs and colors and stuff. Neat. There's photos that you can take at specific locations. There's quests from Detective Emma, the best detective in the city. You can also take side missions from city residents. You can help the head of the research institute, Mabel, to get items. This is presumably the same as, I forget the Pokemon professor's name from Legends Arceus, but I imagine it will work the same as that. You can have Team MZ members as allies during fights, which is cool. Because, again, as a reminder, the battles in this game are going to be, like, real time.
Yeah.
And positioning and range are going to matter. And so having another person in the battle, especially for the big boss fights, which I assume will happen because they did in Legends Arceus, I think having another person there to just draw aggro, if nothing else, will be very useful. It has a release date of October 16th, but we already knew that. They just announced that on social media the same day they announced the release date for the date for this Pokemon Presents. Weird decision. Could have just done it during the Presents, but hey, what do I know? And some goodies if you order it early. You get a Ralts with a Gardevoirite if you buy the game and claim it, the code for it, before February 28th, 2026. And the digital version comes with a pre-order bonus of 100 free Pokeballs. So you have an incentive to buy the digital and a different incentive to buy the physical.
Yeah. I like that.
Overall, pretty decent Pokemon Presents. I saw some like predictions on social media that I would have liked. Notably, early mainline Pokemon games on NSO would have been pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen though. They're gonna want to charge us all again for them.
Yeah, and honestly, like, I wouldn't mind paying actual money for them because I don't really want a long single-player RPG being tied to a subscription, you know?
Yeah, they were on Virtual Console and 3DS.
They were? Yeah. I remember buying Pokemon Crystal on 3DS.
Yeah, I wish.
Never played it, but I bought it.
I know, I think I got the code in a box just because they recreated the original box.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah, and I have my Crystal cart still, like my childhood one, but those boxes went in the bin because we were stupid. So I now keep my original Crystal cart in the 3DS box thing. But I don't think I played more than a few hours of the actual game on the 3DS. Oopsie.
I'm also not a Gen 2 fan.
Oh, really?
TBH. Like, I got into Pokemon slightly later than most people my age. Like, the first Pokemon game I really played was Pokemon Sapphire.
Oh.
And, like, I knew about Pokemon because of, like, I would, like, play it at a friend's house and they'd be like, ooh, you should check out this Pokemon game. And they'd hand me their Game Boy Color. And I'd be like, I don't know what any of these moves do or how this game works because the only games I've played up until this point have been Disney edutainment games, you know? But yeah, there's just something about Johto that I don't really enjoy. Like I tried playing Heart Gold, the remake.
Yeah.
Didn't like it very much.
Oh no, it's Heart Gold and Soul Silver are the best Pokemon games. It pains me. Like objectively, I think Heart Silver is the greatest Pokemon game that's ever been created. And if they remastered them, including like maybe doing a new Pokeball Plus, because they originally had like the Pokewalker, oh my god, I would be so happy.
Yeah.
And the music in them was good.
But honestly, I think I've only ever enjoyed one Pokemon remaster.
Yeah, they haven't been that great. That is the issue.
Like I played Fire Red.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, that one's good. But like I wasn't really that into Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Yeah.
I didn't even buy Brilliant Diamond or Shining Pearl.
No.
And honestly, even like the sequels, like I didn't play a lot of, was it like Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon?
Oh yeah,
I didn't play a lot of that one.
I forgot they existed.
I did play all of Pokemon Black, but I played like maybe 2 gyms of Black 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think my favorite Pokemon, like mainline Pokemon game is Pokemon X. I love that generation the most. Which is extra exciting for Legends ZA because we're going back to Kalos.
Yeah, no, Johto's my
Taps
favorite. So, and like, I think they could have stopped the Pokemon designs up until that point because once it gets to the third one, I'm like, yeah, they're all right, and then I'm like,
But Gen 3 has like Manectric and Absol and Tropius and Blaziken.
yeah,
Like,
I think
it's got so many bangers.
it's all right. It's all right, but it's not Johto, man. And the anime at the time when Johto came out had like a banger of an opening. So good. So good.
Also, one strike against Johto for me is it is the source of my literal least favorite Pokemon of all time, Dunsparce.
Yeah, but it has Skarmory, which is one of the most badass Pokemon ever.
Yeah, Skarmory's pretty cool.
And also, like, Pokemon Stadium 2 was incredible. So, like, I think it is a bit of nostalgia, but see, like, the early 2000s when Gen 2 was, like, a thing, the hype was so cool because everybody was just like, yeah, oh my god, new Pokemon game's coming out, and it was so exciting. And then, oh, it was so good.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think I've told this story on the podcast before, but like, even before I really got into Pokemon playing the video games, I was already into Pokemon because I was watching the TV show, and this part I've definitely told on the podcast before, like, our like whole extended family, like all, like me and all of my cousins were into Pokemon and my brother. So our extended family, they like pooled some money and they got us like a booster box of Jungle, the TCG, and those cards are not in very good shape anymore, so they're not worth anything. But because I was like 8, you know, carrying around decks of Pokemon cards with rubber bands around them.
Yep.
Not knowing what card sleeves are.
What?
But hey, like, I did love Pokemon back in the day. It's just, yeah, Johto just doesn't really do anything for me.
Makes me sad. Oh, imagine if you went back in time and didn't open that jungle box. Because if it was a first edition, it can sell between like 10 to 25 grand.
That's
painful, isn't it?
Yeah.
I keep thinking like, oh, if I had those booster packs and didn't open them. But, they're meant to be enjoyed. You're a kid. But at the same time, would have been nice to pay off the mortgage. But, okay, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, if I had to go back in time, I would just buy old Magic cards.
Oh.
Because, like, yes, old boxes of Pokemon go for a lot of money. But have you seen how much a Black Lotus costs?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Just a Black Lotus by itself?
Yeah.
I would love to just own like a complete set of original duels. If you don't know about Magic the Gathering, this doesn't like mean anything to you, and I apologize. But those cards are very expensive because Wizards of the Coast have said they're never printing them again in an officially playable capacity.
My God.
So their prices are literally only ever going to go up. Yay. I remember when a Gaia's Cradle was like $100. And then Commander happened. And now a Gaia's Cradle is like $600.
Even getting the new ones almost impossible.
That is certainly true for the Final Fantasy cards.
Yes. Mine finally came today after they had lost them. Was meant to come out. I was meant to get it a month ago.
Yeah.
And I was crying because the box that I bought, it has a collector booster inside, and just one collector booster is now £100, which is more than the entire box I have. And I was like, see, if this never comes, I'm going to cry. It's sitting right in front of me now, and I'm too scared to open it because I'm like, should I keep it, the booster sealed, and then just sell it? I don't know. But
I mean, if your intention is to sell it, I honestly wouldn't wait super long because I think like
the value
once the hype dies down, the price is going to decrease.
Oh no,
but I don't like talking about stuff like
that already happened to the individual cards, annoyingly, which is really annoying because there was one selling in the UK for £1,000, and I'm like, cool, that would have been fun. Oh well, they're down to like a few hundred now. But no, I'll probably open it, and then there are still some that are worth money, so I'll see.
Yeah.
But they'll probably just go in a binder, so I can go, oh, they're pretty, and then forget about them.
Yeah. Okay, after that long diversion about Magic the Gathering, I hope you all enjoyed that. It's time to get into the main section of our podcast where we're going to talk about Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Yay.
Hoo. All right, yes. So we have both been playing Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Yes.
It's very good. You may not be surprised to hear that, but yeah, it's a real banger.
Yeah.
I will say, I haven't finished it yet. I don't think you finished it either.
No. I don't even think...
So...
I don't even know how far I actually am in it, to be honest. Over 10 hours, at least.
To give people an impression of where I'm at, I recently got to sub-level 900.
Oh, you're further than me then.
Yeah. 800's not super long, TBH.
I just fought one of the... Not really a spoiler. Poppy. The, like, sexy one.
Yeah. The information specialist, I think. That's the snow level?
Yeah, I did that.
Where you fight
I'm on
her?
the next one, yeah.
600. Yeah, so you're on 700, the forest one.
No, I did that too.
Okay, so you're on 800.
Yeah.
The resort layer.
Yes, because you can do them in different orders. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so we're like pretty close to the same place.
Oh.
Like, I just finished the resort level.
Oh.
The thing that's sort of frustrating me when talking about Donkey Kong Bonanza is it's very good, and I'm having a great time with it, but in ways that I'm sort of struggling to talk about in an interesting way. Like, I have notes here, things like, the smashing the environment and stuff is one of the main things it was sold on, and yeah, it feels great.
Yes.
It feels great, and it's extremely rewarding because you get a lot of gold, and you can find treasure chests that give you maps to like fossils or bananas as collectibles.
Yeah.
That's like, I was talking about this with Scott before one of our streams about how, like, if you get frustrated because you can't find something, you can take that frustration out on the walls and find a treasure chest that might get you a map to the thing you're looking for. Like, that's some heads-up hockey game design right there. I love, like, the dedication to the banana theme.
Yes.
We were talking about this in the Discord, information for which is on our website, gamepodular.com, like earlier today, about how, like, you can find bananas in the clouds. You can find bananas carved into walls. You can find rocks in the shapes of bananas. You can find them in the lens flares.
So good.
It's just been great, and it has a lot of that Mario Odyssey DNA that made Mario Odyssey like my favorite Switch game.
Yeah, although funny you should say that. It actually has more Splatoon DNA in it, which I was not expecting. It's
really like, I haven't played Splatoon, so yeah, I'd be curious to hear more about that.
It's very Splatoon. It's like a lot of the enemies feel like the enemies, like in terms of design to the single player in the Splatoon series. Also, the music. I read that the soundtrack was like a collaborative thing, and there was quite a lot of composers that had worked on it. And I probably should have, researched and checked, because I imagine a Splatoon person is in there. But the songs if they were in a Splatoon map, I wouldn't second guess them. Like, literally sounds like the Splatoon soundtrack. A lot of the designs and the color palettes it's just very. Because I saw someone talk about this on Blue Sky, so I'm glad it wasn't just me, that it feels like there's more DNA of Tears of the Kingdom in Splatoon than there is Odyssey. There's definitely a lot of Odyssey in there. It's the same team, obviously, and but it feels like, if they're making a cake, it'd be more of a big dollop of Tears of the Kingdom, a big dollop of Splatoon, and then there's a little sprinkling of Odyssey in there. Which I was not suspecting at all. And it's very interesting. And I am aware that there's like that new Splatoon thing coming out, which is kind of more solo orientated, single player.
Yeah.
So I'm intrigued if that also happens to be a lot of devs in common with this. But yeah, it's kind of cool. I was like pleasantly surprised, because I was like, "Hey, this sounds really, really like Splatoon. What's going on?" And it kind of makes me wish like we could have like a Smash Brothers game that was just like a single player thing. Like,
oh God, yes.
Yeah, just this, but like you can switch between Nintendo characters, and there's like an overarching plot. And like they all have to come together and fight something, and I'm like, and maybe you go through all the different worlds, like you go through Mario Odyssey worlds, you go through Zelda worlds, like, and I'm like, why is this not a thing? That would be really cool.
Give me like Jump Force, but with Nintendo characters.
That's exactly what. I was like,
and also good.
Yes, I was like, what is the game that kind of did that? That is exactly right. Yeah, because I feel like it would totally work, and like,
yeah.
They kind of released Donkey Kong Bonanza a bit to kind of advertise, because they confirmed that the reason they changed how Donkey Kong looked was to match the movie version and vice versa. So
yeah, it
would make sense, because then they could start advertising. Oh look, here's Link. Oh, we got the Zelda movie. You know what I mean? So it'd all tie in.
Yeah,
it'd be really cool. But no, I'm glad it has stuff in common with Splatoon because I love Splatoon. So it's not a bad thing. I just was like caught off guard by just how Splatoony it was in a good way.
The Tears of the Kingdom thing you brought up also got me thinking, because a thing that people talked about a lot in that game, which I remind everyone at home I have not played and never will, is that you could like see a problem and just think of your own way to solve it.
Yeah.
And obviously Bananza doesn't have the building aspect of Tears of the Kingdom that would facilitate a lot of that. But I appreciate that this game has like a little bit of that as well.
Yeah.
You know, you use the radar, like the sonar clap, to just find something in the environment. And then like, sure, you could like try to like navigate to the edge of the cliff and climb down and see if there's an entrance there. Or you can just go as the crow flies, or digs in this scenario, to just accept that the shortest path between 2 points is a straight line and start smashing through the ground.
Yeah, that's why I've been problem solving. It's like, I could do a clever thing, or I could just pulverize my way through all the terrain and get there. And that's the more fun way.
Yeah. Another thing, comparing it to Odyssey some more, I like that the outfits you can buy, like, matter.
Yes.
Like in Odyssey, you had the region-specific outfits, which you always needed to buy to get into like a single door that had a single power moon.
Mm-hmm.
But here, you know, they increase your swim speed. They decrease how much damage you take from icy water or poison water, or increase the number of treasure chests you find when you're smashing through ground. Like, there's actually some like slight tactical consideration when picking an outfit beyond just it looking cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Pauline. She's so cute.
Yeah.
I like that she has full English voice acting. Honestly, I wish more of the game had just normal voice acting.
Right.
I saw a great series of posts by, I think it was Patrick Klepek, talking about like, I'm really enjoying playing with my kids, or with one of my kids, and she's not old enough to read yet, so she can understand Pauline, but nobody else.
Yeah. That's why my mum used to hate me watching anything that didn't, any kid shows that didn't speak proper English. Or like, you know, like, she didn't like me watching the Rugrats because she didn't like how they had fake names for things, because then I wasn't learning proper words, which is like, yeah, fair enough. That is a Splatoon thing as well, where it kind of, people will just be like, you know, like the Animal Crossing kind of thing instead of speaking. But no, it makes me just wish, they should have just been full voice acting. They might be kind of like, you know, testing the water a little bit, like, oh, maybe the actual Odyssey sequel, we will just have everybody speak. Yeah. As long as it's not Chris Pratt, I'm fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pauline's very, very cute. Adorbs.
And I like that Pauline is one of the many things that also contributes to the big running theme of music in the game. Like, all the elders retired and became DJs, you know? Or at least all the ones I've found so far. Again, I haven't finished it.
Yeah.
But that seems to be the way that's going for the rest of the game.
You collect little bits of like the records.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
And Pauline's singing is the thing that can get rid of like the purple goop stuff.
Yeah.
That's making things harder for the inhabitants of the planet core. It's just a nice little, and I'm wondering if there's going to be like one of those like challenge rooms that's like actually rhythm based. Because I haven't run into one yet, but I think it would be cool. Because I'm thinking of like the music levels from Rayman Legends.
Oh, the absolute best.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, no, that would be really cool. Well, I was actually thinking, that maybe so like there's like indications that Donkey Kong is really into his music and like little sprinkles throughout. Like at the start of Donkey Kong Country, he's like, you know, got the boombox and he's dancing.
Yeah.
And I kind of wondered if the whole kind of making music so important that it's, you know, part of the game mechanics and part of the plot was to like be like a lore drop of why Donkey Konga is a thing.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like Donkey Kong loves music so much that eventually he, you know, becomes a conga player. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of yeah. I just thought it was kind of cute. Like they were like trying to actually go, hey, we've done music rhythm games before. Maybe we should make that part of his, like, he's really into music. It you know, adds more character to him. I like it. It might not be the reason, but that's my headcanon, I guess.
Yeah. The sort of one criticism I have of the game so far, again, I cannot emphasize so far, is that I found all of the bosses to be quite easy.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I have seen rumblings online of especially the final boss, like you really need to have all of the Bananza powers like really figured out in order to do the boss. But even like, again, I recently finished sub-level 800, so I've done like 5 bosses, I think, thereabouts.
Yeah.
Because like there's the big ones and there's the members of the Void Company.
Yeah.
And none of them have really challenged me so far. Again, I'm willing to admit that might change as I play more of the game. But this is what I am experiencing so far.
You can do them really quickly.
Yeah.
And there's no like puzzle aspects to them. There's no thinking. It's more just hit them.
Yeah.
I also think it's a bit too repetitive. Because like in maybe it's kind of unfair to compare it to Odyssey, but this is kind of like a pseudo sequel technically. In Odyssey it felt,
let's call it a spiritual successor.
Yeah, in Odyssey there felt like there was more, and I know the approach is totally different, but like when you're in New Donk City, for example, it's like you want to explore every nook and cranny, and it's interesting. Whereas I feel like the layouts of the stages in this are really samey, and it's like fall down, break stuff, find bananas. Oh, there's the Banandium things. Oh, there's like the secret spin-off challenges. Oh, go down again, and it repeats. And there's never been an area where I'm like, this is my favorite area, because they all kind of mesh into one. And like I've not with Odyssey, I was like sitting down playing it. I was in the zone. I could play it for hours and hours, and I was trying to find every nook and cranny and every power moon, and I was like, oh. But Donkey Kong Bonanza, I'm like, I'll play about 30 minutes here and then wait a day. I'll play another like an hour or so. But it gets a bit samey after a while for me.
I think that's a downside of the environment smashing system, because like you said, when you're exploring in Mario Odyssey, there's like, you have to have, you know, platforming skills.
Yes.
And there's sometimes like interesting routes that you can find, or just routes to get to certain places that are just inherently challenging platforming skills.
Yeah.
But in Donkey Kong Bonanza, you basically always have the option of, I'm just going to smash through the wall until I get there, which lets you get kind of clever sometimes, but most of the time you are solving the problem the exact same way.
Yeah. Like, my favorite bits so far have been the bits that they felt like the bits that involved actual puzzles. And every time you do them and then they're over 2 seconds later, I'm like, oh, I wish there was more of that. And it's not like, I guess, I guess it kind of maybe puts into the bit of being too easy, but it doesn't. I don't know why that might have been a decision if it was, because kids are God, kids are super intelligent and can play challenging games. And Odyssey was a kid's game, and it felt like there was a lot more to those puzzles. I don't know. I just feel it's like it's very good, but it's for me that aspect of it has made it not like Odyssey level for me.
Yeah.
Like it's good, but it's like, you know, it's not like, oh my God, this is the greatest game in the world kind of speak.
There are some cool, like, I don't know, have you found the things, the like the seeds in the forest level? Oh yeah, you did because you finished it.
Yeah.
Where like you throw them at wood and they create like bridges.
Yeah.
Those are pretty cool.
Yeah, that was it's kind of funny that you made that where we're speaking from today, because that's probably been my favorite area so far, I think. I also
There's some real cool stuff you can do in the resort level as well.
Yeah.
The one you're currently on.
Oh, yeah.
Now that you mention it, I hadn't actually thought about it because I'm just like, I'm definitely playing for longer play sessions. And I guess I should plug this. I did also stream it with Seskra on like release day. The VOD for that is up on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/@GamePodularStreams highlights. If you want to see me like first impression of the game, firing it up for the first time, check it out. It's also a 10-minute highlight compilation of that one, in case you're curious. But yeah, there's like, I will admit, now that you're talking about it, like the sort of the shine has kind of worn off by now. There's not quite enough novelty, even with the Bananza powers, to like even the most recent time I played Mario Odyssey, which was like 2 or 3 months ago.
Yeah.
I was in the zone. Like I had one play session where I went from game start to New Donk City.
Whoa.
Yeah. And like I didn't get nearly all of the power moons in the different levels. Like that would take forever.
Yeah.
But I played for like 3 or 4 hours straight and got to New Donk City. And with Donkey Kong Bonanza, I think I am sort of hitting like a 2-hour limit on my play sessions. And part of that is like the Banandium. I like that the Banandium gems have more of a gameplay feature in that they give you skill points.
Yeah.
But a lot of the fossils feel a little more like a busy work than the purple coins did. And that's a downside of the outfits having like mechanical implications, right? Is you can upgrade the different clothing pieces, and if you want to do that, you have to get more fossils. And I've been pretty thorough on a bunch of the upper levels, but at a certain point I was like, I'm just going to go to the store and spend a whole bunch of gold and buy all the maps until I have all the maps for stuff I don't have yet. And then just Ubisoft it, right? Just mark it on the map, go there, collect it, go to the next one.
Yeah. I mean, I usually like to do like play through to the end and then go back and collect things. So I haven't even been going out of my way to collect things, and it's felt a bit repetitive. So that's interesting.
I don't really experience it with the Banandium gems all that much, because there's at least enough of a useful reward by getting one that it like I'm intrinsically motivated, both intrinsically and extrinsically motivated to go out of my way to find them. But the fossils feels more like a checklist than a fun gameplay experience.
I do wonder how much of like, because like the level is not like here's a big level and it's like a level is kind of spaced out into different layers. I wonder if that's affecting how I feel about it, because instead of like it makes sense with, you know, you're underground and you're going to the planet's core. It makes sense and it's like an interesting take and it's new. Yeah. But by not having one big place, it kind of feels like it makes the world feel less real, and like I'm kind of feel like I'm not as immersed, because I'm like, Oh, I've got to everything kind of feels the same because it's like there's so many different layers that are very similar to each other as well. I don't know, whenever it had like you get the little classic levels and it's like, little mechanics of like Donkey Kong Country and stuff. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I want more of these. Because it did kind of break up the kind of like just smashing stuff for a while.
Yeah. I do really like the little challenge areas with 3 bananas.
Yes, I do like them,
Like
yeah.
you go into like the triangle doors. Those are really cool. A lot of the like round ones that you smash into the ground are just like, fight 4 of these enemies.
Yeah.
Okay, you're done.
Yeah.
Have a Banandium gem. Also, like the fast travel is sort of kind of weird.
Yeah.
Because like you can fast travel between different points in the same level.
Yeah.
In the same sub-level. But then you have to go to a separate thing and ring a gong to travel between levels.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering why you can't just do that from the menu. That just seems like a needless extra step.
Yeah. Oh, for a positive thing, I love that they thought, or that they knew that because you can smash and punch everything, that people are going to punch NPCs, and it's a family-friendly thing. So when you go to punch people, you high-five them instead. I love that.
Yeah.
That is charming, and it's really adorable. Very clever.
Except the rocks. Those will actually get smashed and grow back.
I know, and I feel really guilty. Also,
well, here's the thing, right? Like there are a fair number of them that just have a fossil embedded in them.
Oh, they're like,
and they'll be like, oh, there's this weight on my back. If only someone with really strong arms could smash it and take it off.
Yeah, it's very clever. Also, right, they feel very Banjo-Kazooie coded, which makes...
Oh my god, yeah.
Which makes sense, right? Because, there's a lot of Rare DNA in this, which is still... Because Rare made the best Donkey Kong game. So it's like, makes sense, and I love it. Because again, Donkey Kong Country, one of my favorite games of all time. But part of me was like, is this a test? Is this are they actually making Banjo-Kazooie? I know it's Microsoft own it, but I can't but dream. If we had a Banjo-Kazooie remake in this engine or whatever, if the Odyssey team were a part of it, oh my god, I think I would die a happy person. But yeah, they felt very Banjo-Kazooie in the best kind of way.
Yeah.
And I do love the little mechanic where you can pay gold and they build you like little houses in like the terrain.
Oh yeah, the getaways?
Yeah, it's very cute. And the little dialogue when you sleep is very cute as well.
Oh, it's adorable.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you slept like a log. And it's like, no. Very cute.
I appreciate that, at least the way I'm playing, you never feel like you have just an unreasonable glut of gold. Like, there are so many things that you have to spend gold on that the most I think I've ever had was like 25,000.
Yeah. It feels more important than the coins in Odyssey, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like that.
Because, like, you can buy just stuff in the item shop, like balloons. The red balloons.
Oh, the best.
Great way of incorporating classic Donkey Kong iconography.
Yes.
But stuff like, hey, there's these things that are so hard you can't break them, but we, the construction crew of the rock people, please pay us 500 gold to get rid of this, and you'll have a barrel blaster that can take you to a different area, stuff like that,
Yeah.
It just gives you something to do with all of that gold, and that's a good thing to have.
Yeah.
I think in conclusion, at least for me, is I would agree with your sentiment that it is like intended as a spiritual successor to Odyssey, but I wouldn't say it's quite as good.
Yeah.
Like the mechanic of smashing things and more combat means that a lot of things can be solved in the exact same way.
Yeah.
And I guess if you want to be pedantic, like, you solve everything in Mario Odyssey by either jumping on it or throwing your cappy at it. But, like, there's a lot of setup before that moment, you know? And there's less of that in this game.
Yeah.
It is just, by and large, you just punch your way to the next thing you gotta punch.
Yeah.
But I think, like, the exploration is still rewarding enough that I'm still having a blast. Like, if I don't like to do numbers when rating games, but to give people an impression, like, in the hypothetical scenario that I rate Mario Odyssey a 10, I would call Bananza like an 8 out of 10, you know?
Okay. I think I would be like a 7.
That sort of difference.
7.5. Yeah, because I feel like my relationship to Bananza is now similar to Sonic Frontiers, which sounds really random, but let me explain. So, like, Sonic Frontiers is really, really, really cool, and it was Sonic Team trying something really different with the character and the world that they're in. But at the same time, it was like, it got me more excited for, like, what could come after it, like what its sequel would be like. So it was like, that was them going in a new direction from the character and trying something out, and then what's it going to be like now that they've, you know, seen what works and what doesn't. And I feel like, even though, you know, there's a ton of Donkey Kong games, but I feel like this is similar, where I'm like, oh, this is very good and fun, but I'm kind of more intrigued to see what the next 3D Donkey Kong would be like on the back of this. So I'm like more intrigued to see what else they could do with what they've laid down so far.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like we've said that about a decent number of Nintendo games. Like, this is also something we said about The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, for example.
Oh, it was, yeah.
Yeah. And I am confident we've had this exact thought about other games as well, but they are slipping my mind at the moment.
I wonder if it comes with, like, being an adult and we've gone past the ability to be like, this is the best game of all time, oh my god, and we're like, I can see what they're doing here, but you know what I mean? We've got more of our, like, thinking caps on.
I mean, maybe it's also part, like, this game started life as a Switch 1 game.
It did, yeah.
And so maybe there's still some leftover, like, limitations from that before they knew for sure they were going to make it to the Switch 2. Because, like, they'd already been in production for quite a while at that point, I think.
That's a
I'm spitballing here. I don't know.
No, I think
that's my feeling.
That sounds very likely to me.
And I will say, like, not to put you on blast or anything, but, like, I have played a fair number of games in the past, like, 2 years where I would legitimately say, like, I would have put them in, like, my top 10. Like, I finished playing Baldur's Gate 3 a couple weeks ago, right? Like, and that game is incredible. I genuinely can't believe a game this good can exist. Like,
it's like 3 years old now, though.
Yeah.
So, but
2.
Yeah,
it's like end of 2023.
Yeah, I quite struggle to, like, put newer things. It has to be, like, really, really. In fact, I think I only have 2 modern games in my top 10, which are 13 Sentinels and Witcher 3. Witcher 3 is now old. So
yeah, like,
it's like 10 years old.
It had its 10-year anniversary like 2 months ago.
Yeah. So it and it's not, in case anyone thinks it's, oh, your favorite games are just games you played as a kid. No, I replay my favorite games fairly often. So it's, I don't know. I think I don't know. Maybe I'm just a grumpy adult now. That might be a little bit. Actually, maybe Somnium Files, the first one, might be in there. That's more recent.
Paranormicide? Not top 10?
No.
Okay.
Maybe, no. No, there's a lot of competition.
Like, of the modern games, I would confidently, modern-ish, let's say, like Xbox 360 generation onwards,
Yeah.
that I would put in my top 10, I would say, like, Mario Odyssey, Monster Hunter World,
Of course.
Baldur's Gate 3, maybe God of War? I'd have to seriously think about it. I wrote a top 100 games of all time article many years ago. And I haven't really paid attention to changing that list since then.
Oh.
So I would have to seriously think about it, because like there's some bangers in my in that top 10. There was like Bastion and Spec Ops: The Line and Shadow of the Colossus.
Ooh, yeah.
Like there's some great games.
Some bangers.
Yeah. Monster Hunter World was also in the top 10 back then as well, for the record.
Yeah, I have a tendency
probably be higher now.
I have the tendency to be like, oh, like kind of like you were speaking about earlier, like to be like, oh my god, this is so fun, and then once that smoke clears, I'm like, you know, which I guess most people are like that with any piece of media, but I think I'm more. I think I like to think I have this like, this is going to sound weird. I have this like thing in my head, right, where I see myself as an old lady and I'm like, look, I'm probably going to die in the next year. So I want to replay my favorite games so I can just play them one more time before I inevitably die from, I don't know, dementia. Because, you know, that's more likely because I have the gene. Anyway, and I'm like thinking like, what would be the games I would spend that last remaining precious time as I'm cooped up in a old folks home, and they're usually the same. It's like Final Fantasy VII and Majora's Mask and Witcher 3, but I don't think Donkey Kong Bonanza would be in there.
I'm imagining a very funny mental image of myself. I'm like 85 in an old folks home.
Yeah.
Trying desperately to maintain the reaction time I once cultivated playing Monster Hunter.
Yes.
Like,
which I know is like,
I have to switch to a lance because I'm not fast enough with the insect glaive anymore.
I'm like that now though. I was like I used to be incredible at Tekken 2. Where like my mum took me to her friend's house for a party, which she probably shouldn't have, but look, it was a different time. The 90s were wild, and we did a Tekken 2 tournament, and I beat 22 people in a row, and I was 5 years old, and everyone else was in their mid-20s, and I'm like, I can't even do the arcade mode anymore. Like, why is my brain falling apart? What's wrong with me? So yeah, I'm already feeling that. But yeah, I don't know. I always when it comes to like what are my favorite games or am I gonna love this forever, I just always think of myself when I'm old, and because I have a reoccurring fear, which is very, very stupid. I totally understand. I have this like, because it's not a fear because it's a real thing, where I just think, oh my god, I'm going to die and there's going to be a Zelda game I don't get to play. And it genuinely makes me really anxious and upset. And I don't think the real issue is being upset about Zelda, right? It's obviously something else going on. But like that's how I think. So like I'm very aware of like what I'm spending my free time playing, because I'm like, it's just taking away my game time and I could be playing the thing that I do love. I don't know. I'm just very, very weird about that all. Donkey Kong Bonanza has not been a waste of my time at all, and I'm very no, and I'm very excited that Donkey Kong is like, you know, the attention has been put onto him again, because that's like he was the man in the 90s and the SNES, like and it's very cool, and I hope that we do get a Donkey Kong movie, and I hope I do get to go on the Donkey Kong like roller coaster at Universal. Looks incredible because there's a bit where it looks like the car actually goes off the track. Love that. I just don't. It's just not up there for me. I think Odyssey was just so polished and beautiful and wonderful that I just think it's very hard to top. But at the same time, I'm fairly glad the team got to do something with a different character. And like, I'd love to see them do games of other Nintendo characters as well. Be quite exciting.
Give me a big like open world like Kid Icarus game.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I mean, I'm a noted Kid Icarus Uprising enjoyer.
Yeah.
But I just want more Kid Icarus games, and if we have like a really cool, interesting, imaginative Kid Icarus game, I would be so happy.
I want to see a Princess Peach game that's open world and that's by them and that isn't the Showtime, because the demo to that was a bit boring.
Yeah.
And you can like float around on her parasol or something, and like, I don't know, you have an army of toads, kind of like Wonderful 101. But it's just
be cool.
toads. Like Pikmin. Yeah, it could be Pikmin with toads.
Yeah, I was about to say, just like Pikmin, but Mario.
Yeah, or something. I don't know. I just love like a huge Peach game. Or like a princess game. So you're just like Daisy, Peach, and Rosalina. I don't know.
So yeah, like it's good, but it's not an all-timer, is I think what we're coming down on.
But it has, but it has got me excited for the rest of the Switch 2 first party lineup. I do still wish this was a launch game. But we only had to wait another like 2 months. So it's not too bad.
2 months, yeah.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
I mean, in all honesty, like, I only unlocked mirror mode in Mario Kart World like last week. Like, Donkey Kong Bonanza was already out by the time I unlocked mirror mode. So I got a lot of time. Like, I was playing other games as well. Like, I'm still working my way through Okami. Monster Hunter is also still happening, and I also spend time not playing games. You know.
Yes.
I do have other things that need doing. But yeah, I'm having a great time with it.
Yeah.
Like you, I'm also curious to see what like a sequel or a follow-up would look like with the real like extra super awesome development with all the experience of the first one.
Yeah.
I want the Tears of the Kingdom of Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, perfectly put. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty, now we're going to go to the part of the episode where we talk about what we are going to be playing. Honestly, I'm still going to be playing more Bonanza, but I am trying my best to finish Okami HD.
Ooh.
I love it. It's really good. I feel like I'm getting close to the end now, but the last time I said that was like 15 hours of playtime ago.
Oh.
So, yeah. I'm doing my best. I'm having a great time. Can't wait to talk about it on the show. Rosalie, what are you playing?
I am playing Shin-chan, Me and the Professor on Summer Vacation, The Endless 7-Day Journey.
Does this perhaps have anything to do with the fact that you're going on summer vacation for 7 days?
Oh, do you know
Huh?
that?
Huh?
I can't believe I didn't notice or realize that. Oh, well done. Well, actually, I did want to play it because I wanted a chill, summery game to play. I just didn't put two and two together. That's kind of funny. We've talked about it before because it was in one of the like directs ages ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I got it. And it's absolutely charming. And I haven't even watched Shin-chan in like 20 years or something. And it's still very good. So I think I'm like 30 hours into it so far. And it's adorable. So I'm hoping to finish it. I think I'm quite near the end now, actually. I've just spent a lot of time fishing, as you do in those kind of games.
Yeah. All right. Looking forward to talking about that and more on the next episode. that's going to do it for the main part of our episode. Of course, stick around for the social medias and the outro and all that stuff. If you are on YouTube, click the like button, share it with a friend, hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Every little bit helps. Thank you very much. And we will talk to you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello, everybody. Hilka here. I just wanted to say thank you for listening to this episode of N Focus. If you had a good time with it, please leave us a review on iTunes. It really helps us get noticed. Also, please tell your friends if you think they'd be interested. Word of mouth really helps too. You can also listen and subscribe on Spotify, other podcast services, and YouTube. And if you are listening on YouTube, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Like we said at the top of the show, tell us your favorite outfit piece in Donkey Kong Bananza. Also, be sure to check out our sister show, Game Podular Unfocused. Follow us on Blue Sky and at GamePodular.com for updates, news, and other content. Links to all of our socials, including our Discord, Mastodon, and Blue Sky, may be found at our Linktree. If you'd like to support our show, you can buy us a coffee or become a Game Podular patron on the Patreon, the details for both of which are on our website. Thanks. This episode was edited by me, Hilka, and you can follow me at Gear12Turbo at kind.social on Mastodon or Gear12Turbo.bluesky.social on Blue Sky. I was joined today by Rosalie, who you can find today at littlerecordgirl.bluesky.social on Blue Sky. Have a good one!